Durag Diaries. I can't believe we put out that performance. Get Chief Wiggum out of my club today. Expeditiously. At the end of the game. Why am I seeing Jed Spence, our best fullback, at centre-back? He hasn't got a clue. As my boy Deji says, Postecoglou glue. He's got no clue. Yeah? I can't even fathom what's going on in this guy's head anymore. That performance yesterday was dreadful. Dreadful. And I knew this was going to happen. I said it. I went on all the shows before and I said, this is the first time I've been so confident that we were guaranteed not to win. Guaranteed not to win. And that performance showed me everything I already knew. I was saying, I was on the 12th man. I said, I just want to get to the 90 minutes. Just get me to the disappointment. Just tell me no already. Just show me that we've dropped points. I don't want to go through the process. Yeah? Because every time, this is what Spurs do. It was pathetic. 2 shots on target. 2. Just hella yellow cards. The man are just out there trying to scrap, trying to fight, man, because they're losing. But they're a bunch of wasios. A bunch of wasios. Because no one wanted to actually show fight on the pitch. No one wanted to show that grit and determination to get the win. They all just want to argue with each other, argue with the ref, make excuses. No action. No one steps up to the mantle. It was just pathetic. When I watched the game, Chelsea dominated us. From that first half, we couldn't beat the press, barely got the ball to our front line. I think in the first half hour, 40 minutes, our front 3 players were the players with the least amount of touches. Didn't find Solanke at all. It's just the same old thing. Our patterns of play are so repetitive. It's boring. I don't ever want to hear, are you not entertained? No, I'm fucking not. I'm not entertained. I'll tell you that. I'm bored at watching Spurs. We do the same thing. We build up the same ways. And then we expect that, oh yeah, it's just going to work. We're going to break these teams down. We ain't breaking down nothing. We're not breaking none of these teams down anymore. Our attacking play looks miles of where it was maybe at the start of the season, let alone last season. We can't move the ball around good. Our midfield is just a mess. And I'm beyond blaming it on the players at this point. Because I've blamed it on the players quite a lot. I've spoken about Mada's performance, yet another ghost performance from him, doing up his best impression of Houdini. But yet again, how can I blame all the midfielders when consistently the structure's not in place? Why when we're towards the end of the game, is Saar the highest man up on the pitch? So you've got one of our midfielders, one of our 8s, leaving his position, which is supposed to be pivoting next to Bentancur. He's the highest man pressing up the pitch. It makes no sense. In the build-up, there's times when Maddison and Bergvall are our 2 deepest players. Because our centre-backs are high. Got one centre-back in right-back, another one in centre-mid. Like, it's all over the place. It's all over the place. No one can tell me these players are still playing for the manager. They aren't. They just aren't anymore. Chief Wiggum is done. He's done. Get him his donuts and get him out. I don't want no more of XL Ange. He's not Big Ange. XL Ange, bruv. He's a fraud. An absolute fraud. Against our rivals. This was the performance we put out. Against Chelsea. A team that's in bad form. A team that didn't even need to be great yesterday. They didn't even need to be great. They were just better than us. The goal that they scored, I do have to say, poor defending from Jed. I think Jed does have this problem sometimes. Or to be fair, both our fullbacks, where they just allow too many crosses into the box. You need to close your man down, get tighter to him to stop that from coming in. But ultimately, He gave Cole Palmer that space and a great ball into the box for him to find Enzo, who eventually just tapped it in with a header. Udogie was marking 2 man at the back, so I think it's fair to say that just the man marking in the box was all over the place. But away from that, I don't think Spurs done enough to even consider this being unlucky or anything like that. The goal that we did score, which was eventually disallowed, was rightly disallowed. As much as I'm not onto Saar, at least Saar was trying to show some fight. I think there could potentially be words about that penalty shout, because to me, maybe I can be convinced otherwise, but it looked like there was knee-to-knee contact. And I don't know about you guys, but when someone hits into your knee, it's usually you go down because it hurts, bro. It hurts. You know when you get that clash of knees, if you've ever knocked someone's knee, head on, or even just they've licked you on the side of your knee, you feel that pain instantly. So I don't blame Saar for going down. I'm not gonna go out there and say we got done by the refs because it was a very tight decision. If again, I could probably see a new replay or new angle and be like, that's not a pen. I could. I'm open to being convinced. But then straight after that, Saar and Caicedo have a bit of an argument, and then Saar went and kicked him in his knee a little piece. I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad. At least I've got some players trying to fight for the badge. Some players trying to show that they care. Yeah, booted him in his knee. Yeah, no, he wasn't even a kick. He booted him. Yeah, quickly, just kick down doors. Yeah, you know. And then dribbles up the pitch, and it's fair to say it was extremely poor goalkeeping from Sanchez. Poor goalkeeping from Sanchez. But it was he done his job in that sense, trying to get Spurs a goal, trying to get us up the pitch. And the most embarrassing thing about that goal is Ange himself. Excellent! Yeah? Trying to come out here after he scored an equalizer, not a winner, an equalizer. He goes, not to the Chelsea fans, to the Spurs fans. Oh, I can't believe man done this. Man said, who's talking now? Just because the fans were sitting there chanting, you don't have a clue. Yeah, you don't have a clue. You don't know what you're doing. The fans are chanting, letting him know their feelings, and he's sitting there trying to focus on the battle with the fans. Focus on the battle at the bridge that's going on. We're losing. Get Chief Wiggum out my club, man. Tired of seeing this guy. Tired of the excuses. I'm tired of hearing, give him the Europa League. He's not winning it. He's not winning it. And after those actions yesterday, he best know he got no fans on his side now. Get him out my club. Disgusting behavior. Always trying to argue with fans, be fickle, and then come out in the interview after and go, oh, I don't know what you're talking about, mate. No. Oh, I was cupping my ear trying to get the fans to raise their noise, build them up. Oh, dickhead. Trying to act like we're dumb. We know what's going on. Post and old clue. Yeah? And trust me, you might get a win at Southampton, but we ain't going to forget this. You fraud. Can't wait for this man to be out of my club. Until that day happens, you're not going to see a happy Jords. You're not going to see a big smile on my face, Durag Diaries. It's just not going to happen. But yeah, man, look, big up to everyone that's tuned in to another match reaction. You already know what you got to do, man. It's road to 2K. Show some love. Help us get to 1.5 today. And if you want to show some love, follow on all the other socials down here below. And make sure you like. Yeah, that's the most important thing. Smash a like for some Spurs tears. And yeah, man, that's it, man. Durag Diaries.